let's start with the Aaron Rodgers, Robert Saleh, who was the fired coach. And, there's stories out there all over the place. We do have the sound, Rob G? Okay.
We got, yeah.
So Aaron Rodgers was on
Pat McAfee earlier.
Show.
He answered the question everybody wanted to know. Did he have anything to do with the firing of Saleh? Here's what he had to say.
As far as any of the ridiculous allegations out there, I'm not going to spend more than one sentence in response to it, and that is that I resent any of those accusations because they're patently false. And it's interesting the amount of power that people think that I have, which I don't.
All right. First of all, stop with the I don't have this much power. Stop it right there. You literally have the offensive coordinator of your choice. You literally brought in receivers and other players. Randall Cobb was at home having some corn on the cob, sitting there chilling, and got a call. Hey, Aaron wants you to come play football again. He's like, oh, right now? Baby, I got to go. Aaron wants me back. So stop acting like you don't have power. And the owner called you before he let Saleh go. Now, I believe him when he says that maybe he didn't say the words, fire him, or I don't want him. I do believe that. But, Rob, we've all been in that situation where your silence is deafening. And if he wasn't screaming out loud, man, listen, as we've talked about, we're right there. The division is for our taking. If we win Monday, we're 3-2. We're number one in the division. We're tops of the division. I'm feeling good. Ree and Rob are great friends. We got something building. We're heading in the right direction. Then Woody Johnson goes, you know what? All right. You know what? Fine. Let's ride this thing out a few more weeks and see how it goes. You know that. There's no way he goes in there and if Aaron Rodgers is singing the praises of Robert Saleh, turns around and fires Robert Saleh. So stop it. So the silence was deafening. Did he utter the words? Probably not. But he absolutely did not say, don't fire him. Keep him. He's my guy.
Here's my issue with you.
Me?
Yes, for real. First of all, and I'm glad you said that you don't know that he said the words because nobody knows.
Right,
that.
I'm not an idiot. Yeah.
But a lot of people think they know, and they that's irresponsible. Unless you heard a tape or you were in the room, you do not know what was said. So you got to honor the man's word that he didn't say that. Okay, unless you have proof. Number two, save Robert Saleh for what? Why does Aaron Rodgers? They have 3 years worth of material to fire him. He didn't get fired. He didn't get fired like the offensive coordinator who was in Denver, right? Can't hack it. 1 year. Like he got fired in 1 year because it was obvious he can't handle the job. So don't make it like Robert Saleh's been there for 5 minutes and they don't have any. They have a laundry list of stuff on the way handled. There was even a situation where Robert Saleh was texting some radio guy in New York, bad-mouthing the team. That was a coach?
I mean, they do suck, so I could see him. I didn't think he'd think the text message was going to get out there.
Well, but that's...
How you feeling, Coach? Man, my team sucks.
Well, there you go. And then he goes on the radio and lets everybody know what he said.
Listen, these text messages in these liking social media posts are getting these coaches in trouble.
Well, because it's just silly that you would do that, especially. And my point is that there is no saving. Once the owner comes in and he hired the guy and he let him stay there through a couple of really bad years and he turned the other way. Okay, let's see what he do. Let's see what happens when Aaron Rodgers gets back. I'm sorry, I can't cry a river of tears for Robert Saleh. As if he was wronged or he really was a really good coach. I don't see him getting another head coaching job. I really don't.
One of the things that I think also is happening, so there's 10 executives and coaches, The Athletic, they interviewed and polled them about the Jet situation, and none of the 10 believe Saleh deserved to be fired so quickly. And most
They're in a fraternity.
Most agreed that Woody Johnson made an irrational decision.
Let me just read what they said. Yeah. You can't always go by those guys because they have something.
No, without a doubt.
They're all been in that job, and they know how hard it is, and they stick up for each other, just like you go to coaches and say, does so-and-so deserve to be fired? No, he's a really good coach.
They were coaches in this.
I've never seen a coach.
So I'm trying to throw this at you because this is the conversation. I get your point for sure. But to what we discussed yesterday, one of the execs said, win on Monday at home against Buffalo, and you're in first place. So they're saying, you mess around and be in first place, team's heading the right direction, Why would you fire the guy that's been a part of that, hadn't getting you in the right direction? And another one was also kind of echoing the same thing that I've been saying, that they're not surprised by the timing. They're not surprised by him being let go, more so the timing of it. Like I told you, I don't think he was going to be there forever. He wasn't the end-all, be-all. I just think it's, again, I don't like the naivete of Aaron Rodgers kind of acting as if, oh, man, I don't know anything. I ain't had nothing to do with that. That I don't like. And as you, somebody who's always like to nitpick on LeBron, you know good and well LeBron James, when coaches are let go and it's, oh, man, I ain't even know. I ain't have. Nobody's saying that you literally signed the death certificate, but absolutely you weigh that much. We put so much on you and said, hey, we're rolling with you, that you absolutely have input. And if he were to say, I'm telling you, Mr. Johnson, we're heading the right direction. We got this thing going on.
Well, why would he say that?
But that's fine with me. I'm just saying, don't act like
where's
he
the
ain't
evidence?
got to save him.
Where's the evidence that he should say that when this team has been bad and they're off to a bad start and there's all kinds of other issues?
Here, I'm going to tell you.
So this is my other thing. Let me give you.
Yeah.
But the naivete is the idea that coaches and general managers are going to call out people in their own fraternity. They never do it. The only coach, who was the coach from the Broncos?
When? What era?
Who came from the Saints? Rob G.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton was the only one who like dissed Nathaniel Hackett, like in public. Right. You never see that. Absolutely ever, ever, ever. So all I'm saying is you can't go to those guys for input because they've all been there, they've all been fired, and they always say, well, it ain't my fault, and the players didn't do this. I think the big issue,
though, Rob, was they're just saying Woody Johnson, and this was a part of it, is that Woody Johnson never does this. He never fires anybody mid-season, and he's never done this before. Why now? And so, again,
why now is he has a 40-year-old quarterback, and the season is on the brink, and they have a chance to turn it around before it gets too late. So what do you want to do? You want to lose the Buffalo, lose another game, and then the season's over?
I think, here's where I push back on that. The only issue, I absolutely with you if you said we're doing this because Bill Cowher is coming back or, Bill Belichick is coming in right now. To me, it's like, all right, you let him go with an interim who is a defensive-minded coach who's his protege. So it's like you let him go with what plan? I absolutely get what you're saying.
You ever hear of anything but? Sometimes it's addition by subtraction.
Wow.
And it ain't always because the other guy is just a defensive mind. Head coaches come from both schools, offense and defense, but can you lead men? Are you a better communicator? Can you deal with people? Maybe there were other things on how he dealt with staff and players. I'm just saying, you don't know the intel.
We were just told by Aaron Rodgers just less than a week ago how they're great friends and that's my guy. And we are A1. We get along great. We're this. And then now this. So they have the absolutely right to do that. I'm not going to act like that. He is, again, some Andy Reid, some Bill Parcells.
That's my issue is that if you tell me they made a mistake and he's going to be snapped up and someone's going to hire him for another job tomorrow, then I would buy into that. But I just don't buy into that. I never thought he was a head coach. I didn't. Never for 1 minute, so I'm not surprised. The only reason he got to stick around after last year is because Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Oh yeah, that was let's see. But that's
also
the
only reason.
So is it not fair to at least say he ain't even had a full season with Aaron Rodgers? He's had 5 games and they're 2-3 and they're right at a chance to win the division come Monday. You could say it is fair to say, man, can the man get a full season with Aaron Rodgers? The whole reason we upended this thing was for Aaron Rodgers. Can he get a shot with him?
No.
Brother can't get but 5 games?
No.
He can't even get a third of a season,
No,
Sam?
because at some point when you realize
what am I realizing?
Done, when you realize it's done, it's done.
So then it's over Monday.
You don't have to wait. No, I'm talking about with Robert Saleh. Once it's done, you don't wait. You don't go, well, hey, you know what? I'm going to fire you.
So that's weird.
Can you wait?
It wasn't done 2 years ago.
Can we wait till Christmas? Can I wait till the end of the year? Let's play out. No, I want you out the building. When they fire you, they ask you to leave immediately. We talk about it all the time. Get your stuff.
And
no,
go.
you can't stay at the end. No, you can't. Hey, Kelvin, in TV, You got a contract.
Oh,
No, you don't
out.
get.
They know you can't get that last show.
Okay,
Ooh,
no.
Let me tell y'all something.
Rob G, there's no last show on radio. You're done. No, you can't say goodbye to your audience that you built up over the last 10 years. It happens in all businesses, and you know I'm right.
That man was there a year ago.
You know I'm right.
The year before that, and then the year he finally gets the missing piece to them winning something, Aaron Rodgers, now he's got to go. Make it make sense.